Alright, and welcome to today's episode. So, it's been a little bit. Had some fun times getting this recording to work. Lost an entire episode that I did where I was getting some of this additional storage stuff set up. But I think I've got some of this sorted out. What I was having problems with is my frame rate. And I wasn't getting up above about 30 frames a second, unfortunately. And that was causing some recording problems, and it was getting some audio out of sync and all other kinds of little problems. But I think I have that nailed down. We'll see. We'll definitely keep tweaking it to get the best recordings out for you guys that I can. But today's episode, I'm going to work on sort of finishing up our house and our storage room and our tech room down below here. So this is the room I got put together. I'm probably gonna have to take this down another couple levels. This sand right here is basically one below the water line, and unless I decide to turn the stairs again to drop down into this and seal this wall off and keep going down, I'm not real sure exactly what I'm gonna do, but in general, I'm gonna have the room down here. I do need to go chop some more spruce trees. I'm gonna get some stairs and this stuff laid all in some wood and sort of just get this feature done. I've also decided what I'm gonna do for a roof. I am going to take this up to a second story and cut it off at about right here, and then I'm gonna have just a roof line that comes up and hits about halfway up that roof, and then have another roof on top of it. I think I kind of got an idea of what I want that to look like. So today's episode is going to be just sort of working on that room, finishing up and cleaning up this area. You sort of see all of our stuff just sort of thrown everywhere. We've got some storage. We've got some Ender IO stuff. You can see I've got a one probe, which is that stuff up in the upper left-hand corner there, that as I look over it, it tells me what it is, where it's from, what it's doing. Some basic power generation going, some Ender lilies down there, and you can see I got Optifine Zoom working on here as well. So I'm going to piece all this together, get that bottom room more than anything else squared away, and then figure out what I'm going to make it with. I have a bad feeling I'm going to have to go mining, so I'm probably going to go spend about an hour down in a mine here and just start getting some coal and some other resources that we may need for this. So let me go take care of that, get things started, get a couple chests down there with our building supplies, and I will be back with you here in a bit. Alright, and welcome back. So I have been having to go collect some resources. So you can see here is our starting armor, and we have now upgraded to all dark armor. And I need to go charge my boots because I have added in I'll throw them all in here, a bunch of different options to them, but I will jump up here and we'll walk through what I've done so far for our room. And then I'll go get my armor back on. So down here, this is where we're going to put all of our stuff. I've done some basic chisel and some factory blocks, and then this is chiseled cobble up here. These are all factory blocks. They're pretty simple to get. Let's see here. So they're all with the chisel mod, not chisel and bits. And you craft, let me find them here, factory blocks like this right here, which is just stone and iron, and you get 32 of them. They're super cheap, and you have a whole bunch of different, let's see if we can get them, yeah, different variations of them inside a chisel. Some of them moving, some of them not. So they're a real super cheap way of getting some cool textures and so forth in here. So that's what we did in here. Now, we're going to move all of our storage down into here and a lot of our machining. This is going to be our first level of some automation. So they're going to be inset into these walls. So some of these are going to come out as we start figuring out where things are going to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our storage right here and against this wall. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be using, I think it's called refined storage. I've never played with this mod before. This is similar to Applied Energistics with the drives and the processors, consoles, crafting grids, and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the basic setup done, and we'll go from there. The one thing that I do need to do first, even before I set up that, is get a more stable level of power coming in. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. So what I need to do is I need to figure out a way to automate some of our power generation. Right now we just have coal going into a Stirling generator. You can see we're out. And generating coal in some kind of a fashion like that. So that's going to be the next thing that I got to get done, is figuring out how to get more consistent power and ongoing power coming in. I might put windmills up here, run them down the middle and over and underneath. That may not be a bad idea. I just don't know yet what I'm going to do as far as getting RF power in here. But that's going to be the first thing I do. And once I figure that out and figure out where I'm going to put them, then I'll bring it back and I'll walk you through the setup on that one. So let me do a little bit of digging and some research on that, and I will be back with you here in a bit. Alright, and welcome back. So this is what we've got started. I've got some modular storage in here, and I've decided that we're going to go with lava for our power currently. We'll probably upgrade these, but right now it's as good as we're going to get. We're going to store it here in our capacitor bank as well. And we have all of the RF going out where we need to. So what we'll do is we'll get the rest of our machines in here. They'll all come out of the capacitor bank, so we'll come up underneath these as well with energy conduits, so that they're coming out of the capacitor. I want to put the capacitor here so that we could charge up our armor as we need to. But this is a good start here. So what I'm going to do is seal this back up. I'm going to get all of our machinery moved down. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you guys that I thought was kind of cool is these lights right here. This is a Ender IO light. Really cheap and easy to make, and it definitely lights up everything in here. They're really flush with the ceiling, and I think that they give it a good look and feel while still allowing it to be lit up in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a lot of that stuff from up there, move down into here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our machines over on this wall, and I'm going to put our storage along this wall right here, this corner over here. So the storage will be down here, power will be over here. You know what? Let's do storage here and go back and down. This is going to be our machinery and automation. So as we do things, we'll have a smelter. If we get into any of the other mods and so forth, we'll have those. And then we'll just keep this for power and keep this clean look, maybe for other things that we'll have in here as well. So let me get everything from up there and move down into here so we got some functional space, and then we'll get going on that. So I will be back with you here in just a bit. Alright, and welcome back. So, we are making progress. I did do some changes here. Instead of putting our power here, I decided I'm going to put our power in the center here, and that way I can have our machines over here and our storage over here and not have to fight with power everywhere. But I am running into a problem with this, is that these lava tanks are pretty good, but my problem is that I am keep running out of lava. So I have a plan here that I am going to go and I think try and take care of. I've got a couple of things over here in that I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try and set up a pump in the nether, and let me check my armor. Yeah, let's go charge it up real quick. I'm going to go set up a pump in the nether into an ender tank and have it pump into our storage over here. And hopefully get that all, let's see, full. Try to get an endless supply of lava into here. That's kind of the goal. So, let's see what we've got here. I need to make myself another ender tank, though. Know that. And somewhere I've got some blaze rods. Zim was kind enough to bring them over. And not that one. Oh, there's two of them. What else am I missing? I'm missing everything here. Yeah, I really need to get this storage sorted out soon, I hope. Oops. Uh-oh, did he not leave them for me? Oh, great. Well, let me figure out what we were messing around with a couple of other things, so he may have forgot to leave them, or they're in a chest up here. Let me dig around and get all this stuff set up, and then head over to the end where I am gonna get everything all set up, I hope. So let me get this all squared away, and I will be back with you here in a bit. Alright, and welcome back. So I'm here in the nether, and I've got everything that I think I need. So let's just check real quick where our chunk is at. Make sure this is all in one chunk. So what I need to do is put some things down. So I haven't used this pump before, so I have no idea how it works. And it needs some energy, so of course I didn't bring me an empty bucket. I have an empty bucket now. So this has got some energy in it now. And is it pumping lava? Oh, it needs a redstone signal. Oh, really? Well, alright, so let's just get this stuff set up. So what I want to do is put a pipe to that and a pipe to that. So what the idea is that this is going to pump into this generator and into this. So as long as this generator is connected and running, this is good to go. That's the idea, at least, of how to make this work. I don't need a lot of lava on this, although I think I am going to quickly fill it up a little bit more, just to give it a buffer. Wonder if my tablet works. Nope, out of power, out of reach. So it doesn't do cross-dimensional dimensional stuff. But I need to find a redstone signal. So this is pretty easy to get to. Our portal is like right up there. It's not that far. It's off at the end of that thing right there. There you are. I heard you. So let me go run and get a either find. That bounced off. come on. Not that bad of a shot. So I sort of made this little outcropping here just to keep protected and so forth. And that piglet's gonna walk right in front of that. I've been having to hunt blazes. I just got enough to build that ender tank from blaze rods. So I need to either find some redstone out here, or more likely just sort of make it up to the top there and go get myself a lever. So I think that's what I'm gonna go do. So let me go and get the redstone signal on this thing here and see if I can get this thing to work here. So I will be back with you here in a bit. Alright, and welcome back. So I ran back over there, got ourselves the simplest redstone signal I could think of. And let's see what happens. Says it's draining. So it says 1817. Wow. Well, I'm going to let this go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to box myself in over here and let this go for a little bit. And see what happens. So once I know what's going on more, I may have to do a little bit of digging on that pump as well. But as soon as I know what's going on, I will come back and let you know. So I will see you here after the cut. Alright, and welcome back. So I kind of got an idea of what this is doing now. Part of it is a range issue. So what it's doing is that it's starting off I think it's over this way. Way over there somewhere, just outside of range, and starting to drain where it can find lava at. So it's basically over in this nether rack. So at some point it's going to find this lava and start draining it. And then it should be working. So it's actually doing what it's supposed to. It's just going to take a little while. So what I've got to do is keep feeding our generator here lava. Because what's going to happen is that this is going to potentially run out before I can hit the before I can get to this lava. So I'm going to have to stick here for a little bit, but unfortunately I'm going to have to do that at a different time because I'm out of time for today. So what I'd love to know is if you have any comments about this or any of the changes that we made on our storage. I hope to get to the refined storage. I'm probably have to do some of that offline. I started looking into it. It becomes a real grindy mod and change, and I don't think you guys want to see me just grind through making materials, but I'll definitely walk through the basics of it next time. So if you have any suggestions or something you'd like to see, please leave a comment. As always, you can find me on Twitter at @awanderingnerd. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. So, until next time, this is a Wandering Nerd.